Okay. Sorry about that. But yes, you guys can type in the chat if anything has inspired you, how you guys are feeling, whatnot. Anyway, let's get started. So I wrote this poem yesterday. It's called Conflict, and it's an emotion that I feel all the time. The energy around me is confliction. To appeal to everyone and speak with such conviction. Passion burns when the anger learns from the graves. If I reached out my hand, would you be willing to be saved? I recognize the empathy and the balance of indecision. The heart overpowers the mind, leads to more division. But who can I blame? Who can she? Who can he? Is it you? Is it them? Is it me? Let go, please. We need to move on. Let go. Let's go home. You ready? So hold on. I don't want to suppress, but the stress, man, it hurts. But we've been conditioned to think in thoughts of what works. I can or I can is the way that I walk. The cold sweats and traumatic moments replay. We lost again and again to some chalk. Bump all that. I'll do it right this time. Won't have to repay. So yes, that's a little bit about me. Confliction is emotion that I always feel. I feel that every day. I'm a very indecisive person, and sometimes I struggle a lot. I struggle every day. So appreciate the hype in the chat. Appreciate the hype in the chat. Who else would like to go? I'm trying to hear from you guys though. This is enough about me.
Hold up, Joshua. First of all, that was fire.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you for sharing that.
thank
Um,
you.
and
I would like to go.
all right, so Katora, what's up?
Katora. I'm waiting for this one. I've been waiting for this one since yesterday. Let's hear it, Katora.
Yeah, so my favorite part, I guess, was Tuesdays and Wednesdays, know your history. I'm trying to educate myself at the same time, try to help educate others. And I forgot what Tuesday was or the name of that, day, but like I love meeting goals and just talking about my mental health. And this poem right here is about my mental health. So I hope you guys enjoy and I hope you guys get the message. So here we go. I can't talk to you the way I want to. Even though you say
Wait,
that
hold
we're
on, Katora.
friends.
Your mic is a little staticky. Um,
It is. Can you hear me
yeah,
now?
just
Like
slightly.
this?
Yeah. Try
Slightly?
again?
Okay. I'm sorry.
No. That's not your
Uh,
fault.
I'll talk. Okay, I'll talk so. I
Okay.
can't talk to you the way I want to. Even though we say that we're friends, even though we sit next to each other on the couch as family. But sometimes I don't even know about that. Family is such a strange word to me. You'll be there when dudes stare at me for too long, but I can't always be around you. I can't talk to you the way I want to. I'm sorry to ask, but can I really trust you with my thoughts, the way that I think, my emotions? Can I really cry on your shoulders? And I know in the back of my head that you're listening to me. So please don't pick up the phone and make that certain call that will regret me opening my mouth or shut me so fast. The atmosphere becomes more dense, like that one dark place inside my head. I really can't talk to you the way I want to. I know that you mean good and I know that you want to help, but I just don't know. My brother said something once, and I came home with the trembling thought that we might get that knock on the door. You know who? The ones who I fear the most. That I know that was put me away from my siblings if I was taken away from my parents. I never get too attached to the ones that I admire the most, even though my love runs deep for the ones that I care about. There's just some things that can't be said between me and him. Sometimes I don't want to wake up in the morning or get out my bed, and knowing that irritating voices lurking in the hallways, I get up anyways. I just wish my mom had a little bit more time in the mornings to stay before she has to go to work. So gentle she is, death. So now you know I can't talk to you the way I want to. Yeah, and that's it. That's just like basically describing, my mental health. And it can actually, be a little bit more similar to, our community because, there's like a whole big issue with mental health and that topic in general. So, yeah, that is.
Hmm. Hmm. That was fire. Can I see some? Can I get some snaps? Some hype? Can y'all hype her up? That was beautiful, Kasora. I think that's very relatable to be around people so close to you sometimes, and sometimes you don't know if you can even speak to the people close to you because so many things going on in your mind. That was fire. That was fire. Would anyone else like to go? No one else? No one else? No brave ones?
Hi, Joshua.
Hey, how you feeling?
I'm okay. I just came here just to see how it is. I don't have anything.
Okay. Thank you for that, Nate.
I
Would
just
anyone
wanted
like
to say
to share?
hi.
Oh,
Wanted
Thank
to say
you.
hi.
What's up? Hey, how you doing, Nate?
I'm good.
mic on? My mic on?
Just warming up food because I haven't eaten.
Wait, someone said they wanted to go?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Jordan.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jordan Weiss. I publish Diversity in Action magazine. We're sponsoring one of the sponsors, what's the event called again, Katrina?
Change the channel conference.
Yeah, so we're one of the sponsors. So happy to be involved. Katrina and I met. It's kind of crazy story. Some years back, featured on the cover of the magazine when she was with Urban Arts Partnership. And a big part of my background, aside from publishing the magazine, is I do produce, and I've been rhyming for a little bit. So I can, put something out there if you guys want to hear it. Got some stuff.
We definitely want to hear it.
Hip hop head, a little bit older, been doing this for a little while. So I'll give you something a cappella, something I wrote a while back. All right. Stress, pull the beast out the chest. Time for your best. The next step will creep on the set. Speak on the rest, achieve more with less. As I said before, settle the score, avoid the mess. Right out the nest, next up, I grab the sound, blasting loud. Past the town, move the crowd, ask around, I proved. I stayed down to choose. Now the jewels are anew. Just a few, keep them coming. Came from nothing. My lane is stunning. Stargaze, hop haze is onion. The gold nugget, 8 English shot buckets. Got nothing but muffins, stuffing for the struggling. Soup kitchen, back alley, hoop flipping, ballot tally. Who tripping back to Cali, shoe fitting, acting rowdy. Like the man with a kilt, power slamming the filth. I'm at the top of the rope. I'm just standing there still. It's what we do. Speak using the muse, create techniques, just using these tools. Sonic landscape, yeah, we bending the rules. We can't lose. Nope, we can't lose. Can't lose.
That was fire.
Can I get some snaps? Can I get some snaps?
Yeah.
Some fire
That was
emojis?
not
That
to
was
lie,
fire.
that was lit.
Thank you, Jordan. We really appreciate that. Can you give us some context? What were you talking about?
I don't know. I just if I go back to this. Listen, we're all going through very, very rough times right now, unprecedented. Speaking on the mental health issues, I think having a place where you can create and you can channel your energy, put it into, in this case, a rap or a poem, instead of yelling, throwing stuff at the wall, getting angry, right? It's putting your creativity to use. It's me taking the time. I told Katrina, I make, compose music as well. This is therapy. So everything that I was writing, actually, a buddy of mine, he does beats as well. I listened to the track, and it's getting out kind of that frustration, but it's also pushing myself each time I write to try to go a little bit deeper, more complex as far as the rhyme structure, certain cadences, just pushing myself, and just, again, trying to take that positive energy from the music or from the rhyme and just like we do in a sense with the publication, it's about bringing the positive and balancing the negative. So I think it's just an outlet to get out the frustration, but in a creative and positive way. And I think I don't think there's any underlying theme to this particular verse. I think it just, there's a lot of mixed bags of thoughts just put together in rhyme. So.
Yes, I definitely felt that. I think the best thing about art and poetry and music and everything related to that is that there's no, like, the way you express yourself is just, it's so open and so free. It's just like you could get on that paper, you could get in that studio, you can get on that canvas, or, you could start writing or coloring or whatever you're doing and just express yourself in so many different ways. Thank you for that, Jordan. Thank you.
You got
Would
it.
anyone else like to go?
May I?
Oh,
Hold on,
please.
and Michael, before you go, if you're interested in sharing, please drop
Put
your
your name in the chat.
That would be really helpful for us to know how many people we have for today.
Yes, drop your name in the chat before you want to share. Okay, Michael. Let's hear you.
Can I do like a 2-part one? I got a poem and I got like a little singing. Y'all mind?
Let's hear it, man.
Alright, so this is one of the poems I wrote a while back. It was from the lyric behind it is like, from my friend's perspective, she actually like a dude cheated on her, and she wanted me to write from her perspective. As I sit here wondering what I did to deserve this, I cry. I thought you loved me, but it was all a lie. Wrapped in your arms, it was just a matter of time. I try to go on every day like it didn't happen, but in the back of my mind is where the pain sits. I think about you all the time, even though I want nothing to do with you. I just think about what could have been. I shed these tears and write this so you could feel the pain I did when I heard the news. It was like a bullet to my heart. It let the floodgate to my soul open. Now I'm trying to move on, but it's like I'm at a standstill, just wondering why. Yeah.
Okay.
Michael, before we continue, can I just shout out? Oh my God, my Lord, that was powerful. Can we please give him a round of applause, please?
I agree. Hype him up in the chat, guys. Hype him up. You said you had a singing part to that as well?
Yeah, just real quick. I want to do a little cover. I love me some Bruno Mars, so. Yeah. What song should I sing now? Same bed, but it felt just a little bit bigger now. Our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same. Now friends talking about you, all it does just tear me down. My heart breaks when I hear your name. It all just sounds like, ooh, ooh. I'm too young, too dumb to realize that I should have bought you flowers. All right, there you go. Thank you, everybody.
I gotta hide everybody from Michael. He's gonna steal all of the
Hide
way.
your girlfriend. Hide your girlfriend. Hide your wives. Tell your wives, your girlfriends, they are not safe in these streets. Michael, he's on the loose.
That was fire. I think those things actually went well together. Like the poem, the singing. That was great, Michael. Thank you for that. We needed that energy. Anyone else?
That should be illegal. That should be illegal.
I know. I seen Patrick. I seen his name.
I could go.
All right, let's hear you, bro.
So this one's about my sister.
Okay.
We went up through a lot when she was born. So I wrote this about how I feel, my perspective of it. And she makes me happy. She makes me sad. She makes me laugh in a way no one ever can. Born on this earth with cuteness and all, and still I was scared to walk down those hospital halls. For I did not know what I was going to see, just a sick little girl, fragile and small as could be. In a glass box attached to tubes and machines. This unnatural image in my mind could not be unseen. I had the fear she wouldn't make it, but I had to be strong for the patient, my sister. Man, I missed her. Days, weeks, months had went by. She started to walk, run, and then fly. She taught me how to be strong and to always have a smile, even if things get hard and I have to run that extra mile. She makes me happy. She makes me sad. She makes me laugh in a way no one ever can.
That was beautiful, bro. Can I get some snaps, claps, fire him, everything, yo? Y'all better hype him up in the chat. Patrick, how old are you, bro?
12.
Patrick? Oh, you're 12? How old's your sister?
She's 5.
Oh,
5.
wow. I know what that's like, having a little sister. It's one of the biggest blessings in the world. It's like a whole nother type of responsibility. I think that's dope, bro. I think that's dope. I think that's dope that she inspired that piece of poetry. You have any context, anything you want to share about it extra?
Yeah, she was born early, and it was so bad to the point that she almost died, and I almost lost her, and it was very traumatic, especially for like a little 8-year-old like me. So it just, all that feeling, I had to get it out somehow I found that poetry, my like getaway to write about my feelings. So
That's
Patrick,
a blessing.
I want to give you I want to give you so much props for what you just did. That takes a lot of heart and a lot of passion to do what you just did. To address things like that is very hard. So I appreciate you. It touches me because I've almost lost people that, in multiple situations. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Patrick, my son was born premature. Actually, both of my kids were born premature, and my son was born quite premature, and he was born with a heart condition, and he actually had to be operated on when he was 5 days old. I can't say I know exactly what you went through, but I understand how hard something like that can be, especially as a father or as a brother. I don't know your specific situation, but he had a couple of he had a surgery, he had heart surgery, and then he had 2 follow-up surgeries. And knock on wood, he's actually doing well. He's 11 and he's into writing graffiti. So your poem was touching. It touched me directly just because I've been down that road in a sense, and I know it's not easy, but you gotta just, sometimes when you go through the darkness, you gotta hold on to and stay in it, and eventually there's that light. So you're quite a young man, and that was a great poem.
Thank you so much.
Agreed, brother. Agreed. Like, Patrick, your sister probably really looks up to you, and she probably really appreciates you the same way you appreciate her. So just continue to be her rock, man. Continue to be her role model and continue to be there for her. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, would anyone else like to go? I know I seen Chelsea as well. I'm pretty sure you wanted to go if you feel comfortable.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna do a poem that I wrote yesterday about my mental health, and I'm also gonna be singing like a short cover of a song by Kelly Clarkson. So my poem is called Fake Happiness. Just nod and smile, that's what they all say. Put on that fake smile, pretend you're okay. You can't be sad, don't be weak, 'cause happiness and perfection is all they seek. So here I am, once again, with my fake happiness in front of my friends. Every single day for the rest of my life, I will continue this cycle till I have to say goodbye. Okay.
Whoa, hold on, Chelsea. Hold on. Before you go into that song, how you just go hit us with something so deep and just be like, okay, Chelsea, that was fire. That was relatable. That was so many things. But before, okay, go on to the cover. Let's hear the cover, and then after that, we'll discuss this.
Okay, so it might not sound as good because I'm also nasally and I burnt my tongue earlier by accident. So, okay, here we go. Piece by piece, he collected me up off the ground when you abandoned things. Piece by piece, he filled the hole that you burned in me. At 6 years old, you know, he never walks away. He never asks for money. He'll take care of me. He loved me piece by piece. He restored my faith that a man can be kind and a father could say.
Can y'all please, go crazy in the chat. Go crazy in the chat. Oh, Chelsea, first of all, I didn't know you can sing. Secondly, I didn't know you can sing. And third, I didn't know you can sing. Like, that's really, it's not that I'm surprised by the talent in this group, but I'm just blown away because that was so powerful. And it's blowing me away even more because you guys act like so nervous and like so like it's gonna be so terrible, but you guys are amazing. Chelsea, can you please give us some context behind what both of those things meant to you? Because please, I need to hear something.
Okay, so the poem was basically about how like sometimes like because like I have not nobody, but most of my friends like they don't understand my situations and like I can't rely on them to help me, and my mom is always busy with work or if she's talking to her friends on the phone, so I have nobody there. So then like when I'm out in public, I just pretend to be happy so my mood won't bring others down. But then like at the same time, I just want to cry and just hug somebody and tell them I'm not okay. Stop assuming I am, but I'm just pretend that I am so that they won't try to pity me because I don't want anybody's pity from them. And the song was actually, Kelly Clarkson wrote that about her dad. And then like it kind of relates to me because almost the same situation happened with my dad. Like at 6, my parents got a divorce and then like he got remarried and kind of ignored me for 2 years. And then like now he wants to come back and act like a father figure and I don't accept that. And my mom's boyfriend, he actually is taking care of me better than my dad ever did. And like, that's kind of relatable to her song.
Chelsea, thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. Like, I don't think like it's really hard to be that vulnerable. I remember growing up in high school, I struggled with the same exact issue. It's like you could be around so many people and still feel alone on the inside because no one really knows what you're going through and whatnot. So I think that was crazy, and I really applaud you for sharing that. It takes a lot of heart to be able to share that, and just know here in this program, that's why we do stuff like this. We're here for one another. We're here to express ourselves and be vulnerable with one another, and just like hear each other's stories. I think that was so powerful. Thank you for sharing that, Chelsea. Thank you so much.
I want to agree with everything that Mr. Applewhite just said. To be that open and vulnerable, and I know all of you are doing it, but I just want everybody to understand that this is a very difficult stage. And when I say that, I mean it's very difficult to get on camera or in front of anybody and say what you feel and put whatever is inside that you haven't said to anyone out on a page or even just express it vocally. It's very difficult. So the things y'all are doing, don't undermine them. Don't belittle them. They matter. They matter. Every word you're saying, every action you're committing to matters. So I appreciate you all for doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Wow. That was wow. I'm still I'm still processing that. Oh wow. That was great. That was great. Nathaniel, you said you wanted to share something? Or was
me?
Yeah, you said you want to share something?
No, I just came here.
Oh, okay, because I see you put your name in the chat. I thought you wanted to share something.
Oh, I thought you meant like put your name in the chat so everyone knows that.
Oh, no. Oh,
who's
okay,
here.
okay.
Jalil said he has something. Jalil in the chat says he has something.
Yeah, but I seen Isola before him. We'll get to Jalil next.
I'm sorry. I got excited.
So yeah, Isola, let's hear from you. I already know Isola is talented. She has quite the voice. So blow us away, Isola. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, so I guess to give you some context, this song is, I wrote it about, so I'm a junior in high school, and I wrote it about like all the stress, I guess, that I've been feeling recently, and like with college and everything like that. And so, yeah. And my parents keep warning me, voices are warring in my head, they tell me to leave. Oh, the plot's heating up now, you're losing my trust now. Someone tell me what to do. I'm losing my mind, the broken pieces inside. And I don't know why the fracture won't hide. Keep to myself, no one else. And the stress eating me alive. So yeah, that's
What?
You can just do all that and say, "Oh yeah, so yeah, that's it." That's
Yeah.
yo, Isola.
Sorry, Joshua, bro. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yo,
Let's hear it.
what? You are yo. You wrote that, sang that, and you did that, girl. Oh my
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, Josh.
Thank you.
I got no like.
Can
Yo,
I ask a
I'm.
question, Joshua? Can I ask a question? You
Ask
wrote that, Isola. Do you have music to it?
I do actually. I have the full version on SoundCloud if you want to listen to it.
You gotta drop your sound.
Bro, you never told us you're an artist. Give me your SoundCloud.
Okay, yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Wow, Isola. That was like the range on her voice is so, yo, like you have a lot of talent. You have a lot of talent. You write your own stuff and you sung that. You know the amount of skill you need to be able to write and to sing and to be good at both.
That was fire.
Isola, can we please get some context on that? Like, I'm blown away.
Yeah, thank you, by the way. Yeah, so just basically the first line, and my parents keep warning me, is like, you know, parents keep like badgering, and I guess not badgering, but like asking me what I'm gonna do and like what my plan is, you know, for life. And I really appreciate that they do that and that they care for me, but it's also like, it's not just them, it's like society expects you to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And at such a young age, you shouldn't have to know that. And the fact that, you know, it's expected of most people to basically have your entire life planned out ahead of you is just insane to me. And it's like, I'm trying to express that what the pressure that you're putting us under is not right, and you shouldn't have to you shouldn't do that, and we shouldn't have to go through that because we don't know what we want to do. We should be able to choose. So
Girl, I feel you on that. I just turned 18 and I'm still trying to figure out my life plan. I don't got it all figured out. And you're a junior in high school. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure you go through. You have people always around you telling you that you should be someone you need to be. But Isola, like, I could already tell you're talented. I know that you're intelligent. I know that you are so many things. Just, you don't gotta know it. You don't gotta have it all together right now. Like, I know that you'll be fine. So thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. That was great. That was great. Like, you guys, yo, y'all about to make me cry. Like, y'all are dope. Y'all are really dope, man. Y'all are dope. Anyway.
Make sure you all copy and paste that link she dropped. Make sure you all go support.
Please support her. Please support her. Anyway, yeah. Wow, I'm still trying to process that. Anyway, Jalil, if you would please.
Man, can I even go after that? That was amazing.
Yo, y'all
I
put
just
my
wrote a poem.
poem to shame. Like, y'all.
I wrote a poem.
Okay, Jalil.
I call it currently because, like, at some point, like, this how I was thinking. It was I may be responsible for the obstacles that I set on my mental scale. My enemies go through some issues. I really wish them well. Instead of being a menace, they should try to get some help. Maybe some guidance could help them dance around the issue. Anger is a sign of pain and violence is a tissue. I may be out of my brain, but I know things not so simple. I have a mental strain because pressure messes up on your mental gain. COVID-19 had us cooped up, now we all insane. And my grade, yeah, they changed, yeah, they're not the same. I blame the president. I hate how one's ignorance can destroy someone's elegance. But I also blame myself because I cannot adapt. I'm too comfortable with this life. I panic and I panic and can't relax. Now let's really spit facts. I had 16 and a half years just to find myself. Out of 4, I did good. I just had to test myself. Now the rest of them was flukes, and I'm now back at 1 because a system without structure is simply dumb.
Wow.
That's pretty much it.
Wow. Dope, man. Dope.
Yo,
Can y'all
yo,
please?
Jalil, son.
Fire.
Jalil, bro.
What? Stupid.
Jalil.
Stupid.
Lil,
He
I
be
was so
vanishing and then
fire, yo.
he reappears and just be killing stuff, bro. Like,
Okay.
Jalil, let's hear some context. Like, oh my, let's hear, bro.
Well, dang. So I do a lot of like thinking, like more than anything on my free time. I think a lot about like how I could conquer like some of the issues I go through. So when you do that and you constantly do it, you tend to stress yourself out and panic. So when you go into a panic, you can't really like calm yourself down because it's more like it's like high anxiety and pressure and stuff like that. So when you do that, it's just like, dang, what do I do now? But at some point, you either catch a panic attack or you just calm down. So I had to learn to calm down and to like chill out. But I also learned last year I learned to forgive. So a lot of issues I had with people and kids my age, I learned to like, pray for them, as our grandparents would say, pray for them, make sure like they do better in life, hope for the best. The COVID-19 thing, that was actually one of my biggest issues because I may act nonchalant about it, but I'm really like actually upset how I went from like a 90 average student to like trying to get a 65. So I'm really like upset about it. So that just had that. And part of me blames it on Trump, but I blame it on myself because I can't adapt. If Trump handled it a little better, like if he like instead of like he could have prevented all of this. So like,
Can I say something after you finish?
go ahead, yeah, for sure. But that's just that's my take. But if I could adapt just a little better, I feel like I could have done way better. And the 16 years part, out of the 4 years, I came back to live with my mom. So the 4 years I lived with my mom, I did way better than the rest of them. So when COVID hit, now I'm back at 1. So I have a system, I just don't have a structure. So I got a plan, I just don't have nowhere to build the plan. I have nothing to keep it foundation. So that's pretty much it.
And Nakiba, you had something to say?
Yes, I did. Hey, everybody, what's good?
What's up, Nakiba? How you doing?
I need to hear y'all. What's good? What's up? What's good?
Hey,
Nakiba.
Hey.
First of all, it's so beautiful to see your faces, to share energy with y'all, to be in community with y'all. Jalil, my son, I love you. I want to tell you and all of y'all that what we're going through, I just spoke to my 95-year-old grandmother, and she's never in all of her years of existence experienced this, okay? So I need y'all to be compassionate with yourselves. Be compassionate with the fact that you're going through something that has never been gone through in the history of the world, right? And from our perspectives, it's like totally blindsided because we're supposed to be in this first world situation, but we've had to build communities online. We've had to rely on our ingenuity. We've had to rely on our skill set and our communities and how we just build things and do things as Indigenous African people. So I just want you to be calm and kind and compassionate and graceful with your process. And that includes, not getting the same kind of grades that you got when things were okay, because things aren't okay. And it's okay that we acknowledge that and that we talk about it in a way that we want to be progressive and be supportive to one another through that space. But I know that there are going to be people at some point looking at your grades, but I'm seeing y'all every day show up, mind, body, and spirit, and I look into your hearts. And y'all are all getting A+ and 4.5s in my book. So,
in life, y'all are killing it. Y'all are killing it.
I need y'all to know that, and I need you all to know that this is not normal, and this is not easy, but we're doing it. We are doing it, and we've built a dope community in the process. So, and I know how brilliant you are. You're brilliant. All of you are. So just be kind to yourself and be compassionate. have your goals, have your standards and your expectations, but be kind to yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Nakiba, for that. And Jalil, what I just wanted to say to you, because I've been working with you for a long time now, and yes, we're in a pandemic, and I heard some of the things you said you were disappointed about, but you also had a lot of major accomplishments since the pandemic that most kids can't say that they did. That should be, that you should be proud of, that you should be celebrated for. You started your own program, you wrote a proposal. Other kids were able to benefit from your genius and what you brought into the space during the pandemic when everyone else was like really struggling and needed something. You've been a light in the darkness. You've been a leader. And you show up, you came today and just shared that poem and allowed yourself to be vulnerable with everybody. And those are all signs of strength. Those are all signs of leadership. And yes, we want to get good grades, and everyone should still try to get good grades if all that's going on. It's really hard remotely. But at the same time, if you're not getting good grades, I don't want you guys not to give yourself enough credit for all of the amazing things y'all been able to do during this time. You guys are going through the pandemic during high school. None of us I never been through high school through a pandemic. Nakiba, Mr. Brian, we ain't go to school like that. So y'all going through something that none of us been through as teenagers. So I commend and celebrate all you guys for showing up, being creative, sharing your art with the community, and coming to Inspiring Minds every day, because that shows that you're invested in yourself, that you're invested in community, and that you're invested in developing yourselves as leaders. So don't ever forget that, no matter what, no matter how many times you fall, remember that you have a community here that will help you get back up. You have a community here that will celebrate you, and you have a community here that can be your foundation. You mentioned not having a foundation. We can be a foundation for you to help you and guide you and connect you to the right people. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there, not just for Jalil, but for every single young person that's in this space. All right.
And Jalil, I got to drop my 2 cents, brother. I love you and I'm proud of you. And you've inspired all of us, brother, But I just want to say, I think Miss Lindsay did a workshop in goals just about, and kind of to piggyback on what Nakiba said, this always being strong and always being tough. Sometimes being strong is falling back and leaning on your village. You got a village. I have to make myself every morning, and I got a house. I got all the things on paper that tell you you're okay. But every morning I wrestle with depression. I do. I got to go run. I took one of Lindsay's tools, Finding My Happy Place. I got a whole soundtrack that I listen to while I jog, that by the time I'm done, I can do anything. I've done my prayers, I've done everything. And I just want to let you know, brother, that, even with the grades, you got a lot of people who will help you with that as well. So if you need help even with some of your schoolwork, that's the power of having a village, brother.
Thank you guys all for sharing that. Thank you, Jalil, for sharing that. Just to quickly say, I don't even want to extend this any longer, but like that whole thing with like learning to forgive, I think that's deep, like it's very deep. I'm still learning that. Like to this day, I find myself resenting a lot of people all the time in my past, especially. But I think the best way to like really counter that is like gratitude, being thankful every day. Being thankful is one of the best things that will counter that. Realizing, like when I started realizing that everything in your life is a lesson. Everything is here to teach you. Like this whole world is a lesson. It's here to teach you. It's here to raise you. It's here to build you up. That's when I started looking forward to like challenges and like the bad moments as well as the good moments. Obviously, you want more good moments, but it's like I always find that I learn most from the bad times and the hard times. So we're here for you guys. We're here for you guys. We're here for each other. This is more than just a program. This is our foundation. This is a village. This is a family. And I think that we should all keep that in mind, that we're here for one another. And yeah, wow. All right. Does anyone else have anything else that they would like to share? Anybody?
Well,
Kylie,
I would
Zinzi.
like to. Oh, never mind.
Oh, Kasora, you want to say something?
I was thinking about singing, but I'll do that next time.
You can sing.
No, I can't.
No, we want to hear. No, you mentioned it already. Now you got to do it. No, you mentioned it. Yo, y'all better encourage her in the chat. Y'all better, we're not.
No. Next
we're
time.
not
I promise you
leaving
next
here
time.
until you
Next
sing,
time.
Kasora. You should not have done that. You were singing right now.
Oh shit. Okay. Can I just do it next? Oh, wait, I'll say
No,
something
you can do it
instead.
right now.
No. I have something to say.
Okay.
So I was thinking about something. I was doing my research and I came across an interesting video. It was this lady from Cameroon, and currently I think Africa is really going through it. You know what I mean? Like they're going through like this whole crisis, wars and stuff like that. People just stealing from their land and stuff like that. And I was just thinking, I was thinking about Congo actually, and how they're going through their crisis. And I was thinking about this idea of zero tech week. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just for us, but like for the whole world. If everyone would just stop buying tech products, maybe there won't be such a high demand of the tech products. And maybe because of that, kids won't have to be, suffering this much, getting materials to make these, iPhones, Samsung tablets, all these products. So yeah, I was just thinking about ideas, ways we can just, help them out, maybe like donate or something like that. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, and that's it. And I promise you next time I will maybe sing. If
You
I
will sing
can,
next
because
time?
I don't know.
You
Next
can
time,
sing. So
maybe.
I have a feeling that you can sing. Everyone so far that said that they can't sing has sung. All right, I don't want to hear that, and we want to hear you next time. Please.
Well, okay. Well,
Unless you're
here's
doing
the
something
thing,
right now.
right? Like my voice does not sound the same through audio as it sounds here. Like I don't know.
That doesn't matter.
Okay. I don't want it to sound bad. I'm very
Look,
self-conscious. I heard my.
No one's here to judge you. We're
Yeah,
here
this
to hear
not
you.
a judging area. We here for you, son.
This is your space right now. Right now, the floor is yours. If you feel comfortable enough to do it,
Okay, next time.
Okay, next. All right.
Next time's fine.
God, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, what anyone else like to go? Anybody?
Can I go?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. I did a poem. So the poem is how I learned I wasn't going back. It was a warm morning. The sun was barely peeking out. The white clouds was always their best smile offered me. My loved ones with tears in their eyes and a warm hug said goodbye to me. Fading like time, I didn't understand why a goodbye. Anyways, in 2 or 3 weeks, I will be back. Or at least that's what I thought. In an airplane seat flying to my destination with the delusional idea of the best paradise. The sun, and the sea, the best vacation I will say. Having the best view, I still wasn't satisfied, as if I had everything but nothing at the same time. Time passed by, 2, 3 months, I still not going back. A long vacation and the expected day never came by. I was such a little girl with a big mind. I quickly realized what was going on. It was not a vacation or a visit to the sea. It was a new life that began to wave. With tears in my eye, I was claiming to my parents, where are my friends, my toys, and my home? I learned at a slow pace with affection I love that the little girl would always miss what she left that day behind.
Yo, yo, it's at a point that it just like I'm like, yo, how, like not how, but just like,
You're gonna
yo,
make
like,
me
this is
cry.
crazy. Yeah, hyper up in the chat. That was fire. Like the setting and the way you described, like everything, the atmosphere. I felt myself there. Like I was looking at it through your eyes. Like, can you give us some context? What like give us some like background. What was that poem about?
Okay, so when I was like around 10, we were in my country. There was like a really bad situation. There was no food. My mom lost her job. My dad lost his job. And it was really hard. So my mom was like, we're going to United States as a trip or wherever. So that day my family was crying, like it was really a goodbye, but I didn't know. So when we came here, they keep lying to me. They said that we were here like they were like, oh, we're gonna be here for 1 month. Then time passed and they were like, no, we're staying 2 more months here. And then I realized that we wasn't going back. And then all those emotions, I hold them back because I'm not capable to tell them that it really hurts me, that I have to leave everything behind. But I know that they tried their best and they came here for a better life for me and my sister. So it's like really hard for me to have everything inside me and not being able to tell anyone on how I feel, because I know that my sister looks up to me, and I know that if she sees that it hurts me, it's gonna hurt her too. So yeah.
Wow. Like, yo,
You're gonna make me cry.
that's like, I appreciate you so much for being that vulnerable. I appreciate you so much for being strong enough to get up here and share that to us, to trust us with that. Like, it takes a lot not only to go through that, but then to even express that and to be even aware that you're feeling that way. Like, yo, like, I can't tell you how much I've struggled with awareness for most of my life, and you guys are so self-aware. It's crazy, but then again, it's so like inspiring. Thank you for that. And listen, like, as we stated before, we're here for you, all of us in this place. You know, sometimes you don't like it, when you feel like it's a little hard, or it's too much of a burden on you. Your village is here. Your village is here. You can lean back on us. We're here for you. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you
Thank
for,
you all for hearing me.
of course. Wow, wow. That you guys are killing it. Like, you guys are really killing it. Do we have one more? Like, do we have one more to just end it all off? Like, somebody, like, just to end this session off. What do we have one more? Rachel, let's hear from you, Rachel.
Hi guys. So basically, I don't know how long ago this was, but I made a song and it features somebody else. But obviously they're not here, so we're just gonna skip over that part. And yeah, got music and everything. I think that it's funny that you need love now. And I think that it's funny that you still need me somehow. You talk about me needing title. No, I just want it official. All you wanted was the goodie from me. You're so toxic, can't you see? That's all that you will ever be. Sisters say you want me. I never can, 'cause you're too toxic to me. Too. Yeah.
Yo, imagine if everybody from this program was just to hop in the booth one day. Like, I think we dropped the most fire collaborative track. Like, sister, that was amazing. Thank you for that, Rachel. Can you give us some context? What were you, like explain to us what was going on?
So the name of the song is Toxic, and basically it's about somebody who basically is gonna get real deep, y'all. You know, maturity and all that. That's all he wanted. All he wanted was, you know.
We get you.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I want something more. Like, I want like a best friend. I want a boyfriend. I want somebody there with me. And I just felt like that was such a toxic relationship for me to be in, to like even like engage that. So I made a song about it, and the person who did a feature with me with the song, his name is Toxic. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna do a song called Toxic with Toxic. So yeah.
That's fire. I like that idea. Wow. thank you for that. Thank you for that. Like
You're
that was
welcome.
yo, y'all are so dope. I'm so happy. This is a great like this is a great day. Thank you guys for this. Thank you guys so much for this. Xavier, do you have anything for us? I know you did like the intro song, but you got a poem or something for us, bro? Xavier? Did he kind of step out?
Keith, you gonna share something?
You know me. I always got a little something in
there you
the
go,
bag
there.
for you guys. No,
Oh, X.
always got a little something for y'all. It ain't much though. It ain't much.
Let's hear it, bro.
Even when homies wildin', yeah. Even when shorty's lying, yeah. Even when homies dying, I got 99 problems. Yeah. 17 with a guilty conscience, judging me as like an empty pocket. No relief for the thoughts deposited. Vocal pain becomes so dominant, forcing me to lose hope again. Using lust to cope again. Even though I'm spoken for all I know, she calls me friend. All the bends, we keep repairing. Must be faith, we keep sparing. Her knees shaking, she breathe heavy. My waist wavy, my head sweaty. I feel tears, let them out. Don't feel weird, cause I'm happy now. My demons near, then I strap them out. I lost count of my battles now, but I'ma need a second just to get back to it. Rhythm so strong in this goddamn music. Wish I knew more. I'd finish high school with a high score and a 5 blue. Lost my cool, now I'm raised. Hid my noose, caught my fade. All that rage. Aunt Irene passed away. My saddest days stuck in the past, and they can't escape. Me and my sisters who bark. At least they're the ones who could talk. Brothers just look at me funny, like I wasn't trying to better myself in the long run. The long run. I'ma smile when the song's done. Song's done. Hey, I'm smiling. Even when people lying, yeah. Even when people dying, yeah. Even when people crying, I got 99 problems. And I'm smiling, hey.
Oh, man, like, y'all already know Classics is fire. Let me get some hype in the chat. Please, please, yo, that's fire, bro. That was like,
You got a beat for that,
failed to
Classic?
impress me.
You got a beat? You got a track for that?
Absolutely, sir. That's already recorded.
Okay, you know I'm checking, man. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate
Classic, give us some context. Give us some context. I know your stuff is always deep.
I wrote that song when so I wrote that song around the time. Oh man. I wrote that song around the time. I don't know if y'all have heard, but I have an album out called Daydreaming, and basically, it's almost a year since I recorded that album and since I put it out. So I did like a set of songs, new songs, which kind of like had the same message and the same context, and it was just me getting over everything that I was, stuck on and worrying about on that album. So that song was like me finally just like, putting all the regrets and all the suffering to bed, Not saying that I have it harder than anybody, but it's just me putting those particular messages to bed and finally just realizing, the bigger picture. So yeah, that's why I call it Smile, because it's like you could be going through all the bad things in the world. At the end of the day, you're still alive. You still got things to be thankful for. You still got people around you that love you, regardless of what's going on in your personal life. So yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Actually.
Jesus,
wow.
He got me dancing right now when he was singing that. Oh my God.
Wow. Yo, X, when you make it an XXL, yo, like I'm gonna be hyped for that day. I'm looking forward to that day. Looking forward to that day, man. You wow. I think we should get into the spotlight artists. X, would you mind introducing them for us?
I don't mind at all.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment y'all have been waiting, well, y'all wasn't waiting for it because y'all ain't even know. You know what I'm saying? But my son Dave done popped up in the... Yo, what's up, man? How you living?
What's
How
up?
you living?
Good. I feel real inspired right now, man.
You
Y'all,
feel inspired? That's what we here for.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we
Y'all
here
make
for.
my heart smile right now, man. It's beautiful.
For y'all that didn't know, Dave is the groundbreaking independent musical artist and entertainer from Cleveland, Ohio, that birthed the world-renowned underground hit Shooting Stars. This is a song that inspired multitudes of people from all walks of life, domestically as well as internationally. Dave is equally revered by many for his heartfelt movement entitled Freedom Papers, a powerful movement encouraging others to find their freedom through their purpose. That should just tell you how groundbreaking and impactful this man is. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I appreciate it, man. Like I said, it's definitely an honor and a privilege being amongst you all, man. It's a real dope vibe. Somebody said it's a vibe. It is that, in fact, man. I just love what y'all doing, man. And I think so many people could benefit this, be it young and old, man. So you mentioned a lot of things about the state of the world we're in right now. And just this brief hour that I spent with y'all, you know, man, it's just like giving me life, man. This is dope. It's definitely dope, man.
All right, Dave. So I got the. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I got the video you sent me. I'm about to play a clip from it. A second.
Stop thinking so much. Just do it. Be who you are.
Look out, there goes a shooting star. Look out, discover who I are. Look out, and soon you will see. Look out for me, yeah, for me, yeah, for me. I'm tired of living at the bottom. Never meant to be here this long. Fighting these old problems. I just might need a miracle. Oh, my 9 to 5 won't solve them. Cause can't nobody tell me what I need, All I got to guide me is my dream. Yeah, look out, there goes a shooting star. Look out, discover who I are. Look out, and soon you will see. Look out for me. Look out, there goes a shooting star. Shooting stars. Look out, discover who I are. Look out, look out, and soon you'll see. Soon you'll see. Look out for me. Yeah.
Can I get some hype for that in the chat? That was dope, Dave. That was dope.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Can you give us some context about what that was about? I think it was dope. I really like the visuals and just the sound is dope.
Thank you, man. So, with me, man, with my artistry, I grew up on music, man. I grew up in like a good era of music where there was a lot of individuality and there was a lot of messages in music. And with that song there, I wanted to kind of take it back to that era. And I wanted to inspire anybody that saw that. I mean, I think you can kind of tell from the lyrical content, you know, it wasn't bragging about what I got. It wasn't positioning myself over anybody else, man. It was simply speaking from a perspective of I'm just tired of being everything that I'm not, you know. I see myself visually, I see myself here, but for whatever reason, my present circumstances don't match, you know, and that's most times the breaking point where most people don't have the strength to hang in there and see the next day to when things get brighter and things get better, man. And how dare me to make a song bragging about me living on the other side when I know there's so many people that haven't made it there yet. So I wanted to make a song that represented all the people that hadn't got over the hump yet, all the people that were on the verge of giving up, man. And if I could just give them enough hope or enough faith to hold on for at least one more day, you know what I mean? Then that's what I aim to do. I think a lot when we see videos now, like I grew up on a great video era where people were spending $1 million for a video, like the whole Puff Daddy era and everything, Hype Williams, you know, and it was to bring something visually to life that you could feel, you know what I mean, that you could relate to. So I didn't want anybody wearing no labels. I didn't want no money shots, no champagne, no twerking, no none of that. Like, only thing I wanted people to see when they saw that is that could be me versus, man, that's not me. And you know what I mean? I wanted people to be inspired that could be me. So everybody that you saw in that video with a black shirt, that was their company or their brand. So we were advertising, rather than advertise Gucci, advertise Louis, advertise this car or that shoe, we were advertising each other. And that was the goal, to uplift everybody. And it was really one big marketing gumbo, you know what I mean? Where everybody's business got shouted out, man. So that's what that song was about, man. It's still one of my all-time favorites.
Wow. That's like, I really respect you for that. I think we don't have, we like songs like this are so like artists like you are very rare to find, like with that type of mindset. I feel like a lot of our people, we've been like stuck in like a scarcity mindset, so where we feel like there's not enough for everybody. So we end up competing with each other. Like we're plagued by, you know, like you mentioned before, like things like materialism and stuff. So I think that's dope that you supported Black-owned businesses and you had them advertising their own stuff within your video. Like people don't really think to do stuff like that because they become so obsessed and they have like sometimes we find ourselves in like a one-dimensional mindset of what success looks like. And,
right.
You know, I thank you for that. I thank you for being here. That was really great.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. And you know, what you all are doing, like I said, man, I feel so inspired. I know I was like the spotlight feature, but to me, all of you were my spotlight feature because, like you said, man, it's so much talent in the room and so much bravery because most people are sensitive about their art. You know what I mean? They're sensitive about sharing because the society has become so judgmental. You know what I mean? Especially with the whole cyber thing and everything. I just like what y'all doing, man. I didn't hear one negative comment all night, and that's rare. You know what I mean? That's rare. And keep doing what you guys doing. I hope that you would give me the pleasure to be a part of this every time y'all do it. Like, I want to stay connected to y'all because I love it, man. I love everything that breathes positive energy. And that's what we all as artists have the privilege to do. We can either breathe life and death into the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really that simple.
Energy is very contagious. So, you know, those messages and what you're saying, everyone can feel them. So it's just really good to be consciously aware of what you're saying and how other people can take it, especially your own people.
Yeah. You know what I found, that as artists, a lot of times we push for people to support us. It's like, yo, buy this from me, buy this from me, buy. And, you know, I just try and take a different approach, and I encourage everybody else to consider it as well. Is what do you do for people with your artistry that makes a person feel that much better about themselves? If a person feels better about themselves, they got no problem supporting you because everything's good within them. You know what I mean? It's when everything's not right with me, and then I look at you and all I see is you shining or you bragging. Then I'm like, man, get this dude out. You know what I mean? But it's so much more acceptable when I'm in a good space mentally, emotionally, physically, and I see somebody else, I'm encouraged, or I'm motivated to help them or to support them in any way. So that's one thing I would leave y'all with as artists, man. Use your artistry to bless others, man, not just yourself. And you'll get in return what you're looking for. It's like the old saying, you know, you get back what you put out. Yeah. And that's just words I live by, man.
Hey, Davey, first of all, what you just said was fire and spot on. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on as a spotlight artist, because those are the values that we're really pushing with our young people about the importance of using your talent to invest in.
Hold on, say that one more time. My volume went low for some reason.
I know, I was saying that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you as a spotlight, because that's the same exact message that we, you know, that we promote within this program about the importance of our young people understanding what their talents are, but also how to invest in their communities. You know, it's not just about making it for yourself, but making it for your community so you can leave it better than, you know, how it was when you were coming up in it. So I really appreciate you creating music that promotes that message. We need more of that.
Right.
And yeah, it was so many things you said that was like gems just in that last statement. I can't remember stuff. But a little fun fact too, Davey and I went to high school together at Cleveland Heights High School. He was on the basketball team. I was on the basketball team as well. So we go way back. And that video for me is really awesome because most of those people in the video are also people I went to high school with. So I knew almost every single person in that video because we all went to Heights together. I'm like, yo, there's Mike. Yo, there's Damon Stringer. Like, I saw all my peeps in there. So when he said he was, and they all got their own businesses and they all trying to, you know, they all got their own brands. So it was really inspirational for me to see how Davey was putting them all on through his video and highlighting what they do. So I hope you guys really take that from his music. It's not just about making music. It's about how you're making your community better and how you're making room and a pathway for other people and leaving a trail, being a trailblazer, not just me, but how am I using what I got to love my community, you know? I was really inspired by that, Davey. Thank you.
No problem, man. If anybody have questions, I would love to answer them, man. One thing I would say before I do that, I just want to say, like, a lot of times we have visions as artists, And artistically, most times you're considered crazy until people get it. You know what I mean? Or until God finally gives you that confirmation, like, no, you're not crazy. You were right. Or that was a brilliant idea. And it's after that video was made, somebody that missed that video came up to me and they was like, man, that video, it made me glad and it pissed me off at the same time because I had been BSing on getting my business started. And I realized after watching that, had I just went ahead and did it, I would have been in that video too. He like, so I opened my business. I went and got the LLC. I got everything done. So if you do the next one, I'm in. And it's like that right there was the confirmation that I needed to know, like, all right, God, like, okay, we this is how you make the world a better place, like one person at a time, man. Like if you inspire somebody to go do something that they should have been doing in the first place, you definitely leaving your imprint on this world, man.
I got a question, if I could ask.
Absolutely, yeah.
First of all, man, bless, man. I've heard that song a lot on Katrina's little videos, man. It's always been inspirational. And now it's on a whole nother level, hearing you speak and seeing your visuals.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, bless. I just wanted to ask you a question because I know it takes a lot to be a positive brother in a world that reinforces and rewards so much negativity. And I know my son is on the call right now. And I know a lot of young people, as an artist, when I was young, wrestling with the same things. When you show that vulnerability and love, my son, there's a rapper out, I don't know his name, but he flipped his float, Chaka something. He switched it up to chakras and his sales went down. And I'm always talking to young people because they always talk about, well, if you do this, you ain't gonna make the money. So always thinking about adjusting to the negative. What do you say to young artists? Because a lot of us gonna be tempted. A lot of them gonna be tempted. Right. What do you say? How do you stay grounded in an industry that is always, rewarding the negative? It's a lot easier to talk gang, to do that. How do you stay grounded? And what is your message for young people who might be kind of wrestling with that a little bit?
So the one thing I would point out, man, is a lot of times it's easier to manipulate a starving dog or a starving person, man. If a person is starving or if a person is living in lack, just to escape that state of being, they'll do almost anything. So that's why oftentimes, people are like, man, I don't care. I just want to make the money. I'm sick of doing this, or I'm sick of doing that. And, I learned not to condemn people, and I learned to just speak up when my moment arises. Like, I can't speak for this person's life. He may be his family's only hope of coming out of that negative environment or just going from rags to riches. And that's his role. But the problem is when it's people like myself, people like anybody else that's on this call whose voice is speaking positivity, speaking light, breathing life into people, we sometimes forfeit our opportunity at the podium because we already feel like nobody's listening to the positivity, nobody listening to that. But the more people speak up, especially the more, I hate to say it, but it's reality, the more cool people that say it. A lot of times, this person can say this person can say that, but if Jay-Z says it, or if Nas says it, or if Lil Baby says it, the baby, it becomes gold. You know what I mean? So we need more of those people to just let their voice and their perspective be heard so that we can hear another narrative. Because believe it or not, there is another narrative. It's just sometimes when it's their time to speak, the negativity speaks a lot louder. The negativity is right on your face, man. And to kind of really pinpoint your question is like, how do you steer a kid from going after the money and the fame and escaping the struggle versus trying to be positive, which is sometimes less rewarding. Honestly, man, it's really going to come down to what's within you, you know, the person that's inside of you, man. It is no really, I don't think, a formula to that, because a person, you can put options in front of people. That's how they do those mental tests, the personality tests. They have you answer a bunch of random questions, and based on how you answer is how they pretty much categorize the type of person you are. And that's the same with life. Like, you have an option to chase the money or to impact your people in a more positive way. You can set 10 people up, and people are going to choose based on what their values are. You know what I mean? Some people could care less if I lead 20 people stray. I got paid, I eat, my babies ain't got to worry about food no more. Then you have people that's like, no, I'm doing okay right now regardless. So if I don't have the money, it's nothing I'm missing. I'll be all right. But at least I know that 10 to 20 more people, I touch their lives in a positive way. And guess what? They're going to touch 10 to 20 more people. And then they're going to touch 10 to 20 more people. And it becomes a spawning effect, you know. But unfortunately, man, it comes down to what's inside of you, man. Thank you, too. I think your mic is muted. I couldn't hear you.
That was deep.
Yeah,
That was deep.
yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Katrina, so you want to do gift cards now?
Before doing that, Davey, is there a way that can you drop your a link to
Yeah, drop your links in the chat.
in the
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll put everything in there for y'all. And I would encourage y'all to watch the beginning of that video. It's like a short film, but it's so much of a message at the beginning, just about how we have a date with destiny, but a lot of times we try and bring everybody along with us, you know. And the biggest rule that you have to learn is, unfortunately, the higher you climb, everybody can't go. And we all are sometimes guilty of trying to bring all our friends with us, but our friends aren't on the guest list. We are.
Everybody, I got a list. Dave, what was that quote when you were walking down the stairs? I wish I would have wrote it down. What was the quote that was on the wall?
It says, the best view comes after the hardest climb. The best view comes after the hardest climb. So like my one guy on here, I think his name was Khalil. He was talking in reference how this is a tough period for him with this, you know, the pandemic or whatnot. But man, I really believe everybody that finds a way to endure and hold on, man. Oh man, the future is so much brighter. You know, just look at the Versus thing, man. We didn't have the Versus, you know what I mean, with Swiss Beats and Timberland, but hardship brings out brilliance, man, for those that find ways to endure. You know, it makes you even that much doper.
I appreciate your music really a lot because, you know, me as a young person, right, all I mostly hear is all, you know, all that, you know, gangster music or whatever. And I just like appreciate, you know, hearing your song. And your song is definitely going into my playlist. So, yeah.
Thank you. You know what? That means a lot coming from you. Because I don't know if you all know it, but the music industry, they market to youth, to kids. And so a lot of times they tell you, if you want to appeal to the kids, you got to talk about this, that, you got to make club bangers, you got to do this. So just hearing that come from you, it means a lot to me. I appreciate it, young lady. And I enjoyed your piece as well.
Can I say something?
This is my man, that Khalil?
Jaleel, yeah. Nice to
Khalil.
meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
It was very dope because all we see now is really just drill, and I don't really listen to it like that. But it's good to see something positive. Like I tried my best to listen to something like listen to people like Meek Mill, but listen to less of his ignorant music and listen to more of like what's really going on. Because we have rappers that talk about the majority of the things that be going on that's wrong, but they still need to keep some of the ignorance to benefit for themselves and keep their fans interested. So I completely understand the industry, and I completely know how hard it is, because when you're talking about something true, you don't always get the recognition you really need. That's not what they really want to hear. They want to hear the ignorant things. So, you feel me? So I really appreciate it. And your music is definitely hard. I'm definitely going to start listening to that. It's definitely what I need to listen to.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. You bring up a point, man. So it was a show. How many of y'all hip to the Cosby Show? The Bill Cosby Show, right? Yeah. So as artists, man, I think things went downhill when this era came in, where it was like, man, you gotta keep it real. So with keeping it real, I mean, it's definitely good to keep it real because you want to be authentic. But what it prevented us from doing was speaking prophetically over our lives or over our culture or over our people, man. Like in the name of keeping it real, we often narrate what we see, what's in front of us. You know what I mean? So if I see hardship, if I see drug dealing, if I see killing, if I see gang banging, if I see that, then that's what I'm gonna write about, right? But there comes a point in time where you have to use your words, use your mind, your imagination to take you up out of that environment. And by writing it, you speaking it. And once you speak it, those words take on life, those words take on form. So when a person hears it and they start repeating it and they start to feel it, then those things start to become reality, man. And things shift in the air to where you now start aspiring for those things, man. And that's what the Cosby Show did for us, man. A lot of people don't realize the Cosby Show had a male father figure that was a doctor. The mom, the wife, was a lawyer, and all the kids went to college, and you know what I mean? Now, is that reality for everybody's home makeup? No, but it made you aspire for that. You know what I mean? And it's like now TV takes us further and further away from that. It's like all broken relationships, cheating, fighting, side pieces, all that. You know what I mean? So as artists, man, always remember, man, your words can bring prophetic matters to reality, man. You can really literally speak whatever you want to see into existence, man. So that's the issue with some of our music and our art now, man. We only speak on what we see, and sometimes we have to look further than what's in front of us, man.
Man, Davey, man, that was perfectly put, to the point where I'm going to wrap up this segment there, because I really want the kids to let that resonate with them.
Yeah.
Just said about how your
Oh
words.
man, I ruined the gift cards.
No, we're gonna do the gift cards real fast, but
Oh, okay.
I just want to say that what you said is just so powerful. So I
Yeah.
think that should be your lasting words to these kids around the importance of understanding the power of their words and how
Yeah.
prophesize your future. Like
Yeah.
even if you're not an artist and you just speaking how you talk every day, the voice
Yeah.
you hear the most
Yeah.
in your life is your own voice in your head. So that's
Facts.
thank you for that.
No problem.
So look, you're welcome to come to our open mics whenever we have one. I'll make sure you're on our list. You're invited.
Every time I'm there.
Yeah, you're part of us now. And when you come to our open mics, you can also share share some more music, share some more of your poems. Like we love to see more from you. So thank you very much.
No
if you
problem.
haven't done so already, make sure you drop your music links. I put your YouTube video in the thing.
Okay.
Everybody give it up. Davey, thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it.
The Heights family. But I'm gonna go into the gift cards. We're a little past time. I know we're supposed to be done by 5:30, but I really don't want to end this open mic without acknowledging two students. We're wrapping up our first month of programs, and every time we do an open mic, we're going to give out 2 gift cards, and the gift cards are going to go to people who had the highest level of engagement. This means that they had the highest level of attendance. They showed up to class most of the time. It's not always 100%, but more, they're there more often than not. There's different ways to engage. Engaging can be you're active in the chats and you're always talking and answering questions and celebrating people in the chat. Another way to engage, you have your camera on and you're visible. We also want to celebrate kids, when they have their cameras on and show their faces. That's something that we're never going to make you guys do it, but we encourage you whenever you feel comfortable to, so we can see each other and be able to bond in that kind of way. Anyway, we're going to give out 2 gift cards each month. Each gift card is for $50. Each gift card is for $50. And every single person in this program should have a mentor that you're assigned. If you don't have one, let me know, and I will make sure you have one. But your mentors are the ones who remind you about class. And if you have any questions, you can go to them and ask them questions about anything. So I'm going to have the mentors present who's going to get the gift card for this month and why. So Joshua, you want to go first?
Yeah. All right. So the first gift card is, of course, gonna go to my man Nathaniel Gomez. Man, you have been you've been very consistent since the beginning. You haven't missed a class so far, and you're always putting in something, and you're hilarious, man. Like I think I can speak on behalf of everyone in saying we appreciate you. Like, thank you, man. So yeah, the
Thank
first
you.
one is going to Nathaniel.
Yeah, because yesterday my phone, yesterday we had a meeting, so then my phone was broken, so that's why I didn't answer back. And
no, it's
and then I told my mom I can't miss a day because this is really important to me because I'm actually kind of getting used to it and it's kind of like fun for me. So then my mom contacted Ms. Lindsay, and then she gave me the email. So I don't know probably when I'm gonna get my phone fixed or get a new one, but she gave me all the links to all the meetings for now.
We appreciate your dedication, man. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep that.
And Nate was also a half hour early for open mic today. I saw him in the weight room.
Yeah, he was early today.
I was like, wow, we got somebody here already, and it was Nate. So Nate, thank you. That really makes us feel good and validated that our programs are working and that it's bringing something to you guys to look forward to each day.
Are you gonna present the next one, or you want me to?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Congrats, and I will mail you your gift card. So Sakira had to go. She had another meeting she needed to be in. But Sakira is a mentor of the next gift card winner. She has also been at. She hasn't missed anything, and she's extremely active in the chat. She participates all the time. She celebrates everybody. She asks questions. So when we thought about who to get a second gift card to, it was really obvious who that person should be for this month. First, I want to say everybody's awesome in the program. We appreciate everybody. All you guys bring amazing. So if you don't get a gift card, it's no slight to you. We just also want to make sure that we acknowledge the kids who go over and beyond. And this next gift card is going to go to Katora. Katora, where you at?
Right here. Thank you. I would just like to say, I feel really appreciated, and I really care about this program. I don't really have anyone to talk to since I'm mostly home, and I don't have anyone to, share stuff with. Like, I try to, even share stuff with my siblings, and they're just like, okay, well, whatever. And, just coming here and, sharing what I feel, my emotions. I just feel so comfortable with you guys, and I honestly love all of you. You're like my second family, guys.
Tori, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you in the Know Your History program. From day one, I think you were the first one to open up and even be vulnerable, because we're dealing with some identity issues, and I just want to let you know I see greatness. I see greatness in all y'all, but Katora, you have definitely stood out just in being so real and open and always participating. So I just appreciate having you in the program.
Agreed. Agreed. Couture always be killing it.
I'm gonna miss you guys. If like when this is over, I'm probably gonna be like the first one to cry on camera.
Now you're gonna come back and be an intern. You ain't going nowhere.
Really? Okay, well, yeah.
I want to come back too.
Yeah, so
I think we're all coming back.
yeah, so it's going to be Inspire Minds are never really over. Like once the program ends, it's going to end in February. I'm going to start the cycle all over again. We actually just got another grant from the city that would allow us to extend our services through June. When it starts again in February, it might be the same program all over again. So if y'all liked it that much, you can go through it all over again. But we're still working on the details for that. But there are other opportunities to still stay connected with us. And we do have an internship program, and we can't give everybody a paid internship, but we do offer paid internships to the kids who we feel are the most engaged, show high levels of leadership, and and bring really good energy to our space. So it is a competitive position, but that should also be an incentive for you guys to want to step it up. If you there's no pressure, but also know that if you shining, be it in the chat or talking verbally, or if you're encouraging people and you're motivating people and you're inspiring people, that's going to put you in a real good position to actually get a paid internship later. So I just wanted to put that out there. But it's also good to see Miss Nakiba. I miss you.
I miss y'all. This was awesome. Thank you guys for inviting me. I mean, I don't feel like invited. I'm just home, I'm a part of the community. I feel so good to see some of your faces, to share art. Brother Dave, you're amazing. Keep doing what you do. Keep pushing. I love y'all. Y'all already know. Y'all know what it is. I got some new music coming out next week too. That's gonna be exciting. So I'm hopefully get a chance to share some of that with y'all too.
And what's dope about Kiba, even in y'all talking about leaving, as you know, Trina was I met Trina as her advisor, and now we colleagues. One of the people that Nakiba's doing the project with was our old student. So when you family, it's family, and y'all gonna go off to college and do great things. Kylie, you're gonna be a professor. You're gonna, I mean, we stay connected. That's what a village does, and later y'all gonna be in position to to come back and lead the college, the college program and whatever it is. But this is God willing. I've been blessed as an educator. Kiba has too. We taught together for a long time. We've been able to stay connected with those that were part of our village. So we want that for this as well.
Thank you, Brian, for saying that. Because it's not just about a program starting and ending. It's about a spiritual connection, and I really do believe that kids who participate in this program actually create spiritual connections with the facilitators, with the space, and spiritual connections never die. So even once you guys move on with your careers and do whatever you do, I still keep in touch with my basketball coaches and my teachers to this day, 20 years later. My track coach is my kid's godmother. So you never know how relationships evolve over time. So we're always here for you. That's why I always say this is a village. You have our information.
Can I say one more thing too?
What you say, Nakiba?
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Joshua and X for holding it down with the hosting. You guys were amazing.
And the pleasure is all mine. I love this. I love doing
Wisdom, all of it, all of that. I love that. Thank y'all so much.
Can I say one last thing real quick?
What's up, Dave?
Just to the point what like the question my man asked me about, how do you not go after the money or the thing like just this right now, like it was you can't buy a mansion after holding this open mic. You can't go buy a new car. But man, everybody's life that tuned in today has been impacted, man. Like I feel like my rest of my weekend is about to be amazing. You know what I mean? And it takes people like yourself and Makiba and my guy in the orange that aren't money motivated. I mean, of course we want money. Of course we want to be financially free, but things like this is just powerful, man. and there's no money on the table. You know what I mean? It's just amazing.
Thank you. Hold on, you froze a little bit.
Did I?